A new season is starting today. And what will you do? Will you push yourself harder when the moment is there? How do you impact your team? What is your outlook? Are you a lightning rod, a maverick, a captain, or the team's heart and soul? What type of player will you become? Are you a pure power player, a small ball, a rock steady, or Mr. Utility type of guy? Perhaps you're that rare but raw combination of speed and power, known as the anomaly. Do you have the arm of the gods, the painterly control of the plate, or mind-bending stuff? A new season begins now. Will you be able to answer the call when the opportunity arrives? Can you achieve your goals as they show themselves? It is true, there is no I in team. So who are you to your teammates? Do your rivals know your name? A new season begins now, and what will you do? How will you make your mark in the show?
What's going on, guys? It's Mr. Affleck9916 and welcome back to a Road to the Show video. The last time I've done a Road to the Show video on this channel, June 19th, 2017. Almost 2 years ago. Last year was the first year, and I think since MLB 13 that I did not do a Road to the Show on YouTube. I did have a Road to the Show character, but never really put him on YouTube. So we are bringing back Road to the Show. I'm super excited to bring this series to the channel. I've decided to make a player. Just went from a guy from Ohio this time because that's where I obviously go to school. Decided to come up with a new name. I figured it's time to, you know, have enough of the Davises. Last year, the guy I did Road to the Show that I didn't have on YouTube, I made a, I think his name was like Gonzalez or something like that. It was a Hispanic name. But this year, I went with Nelson Copeland, and I made up that name based on the names of two of the buildings on my college campus. And I'm like, those both are common names that will be in the show. So I figured that that'll work out well. I'm going to be a lefty thrower and lefty batter. And I decided to go with the rock-steady archetype for what kind of player do I want to be. I didn't want to be a power hitter, but I didn't want to be weak either. So I'm choosing to be a right fielder in this. Originally, I thought about doing a pitcher, because, you know, my Road to the Show pitcher series, that was a super fun series, and when I did it, I really enjoyed it, but decided to end up going with a hitter, just because, you know, I don't know, we'll bring a pitcher back eventually, maybe next year, but this is new. What type of player do you want to be? Or what type of personality do you want to be? And it gave you 4 of them. So I kind of tried to go off myself mostly, although it was tricky, because I think I fit all of the categories, but I went with heart and soul first. Someone who has a way with people and has a warm and supportive attitude of others. I wouldn't say, I don't know if that's what describes me the most. I might be a maverick more personally. It's hard to say though. Maybe a captain personally. It's hard to say. It's more how other people would see me. So I went with those 3 with him, and then I got to making the player. And I have to say, I think this is the best looking player that I've ever come up with in the show. I kind of went with like the brown hair, added some little bit of facial hair in there, and yeah, I think that's a pretty good looking human being right there. And I think that compared to how people have come out in the past, I think all the Davises looked all right, but I think this guy looks good. I kind of was able to, you know, put a few things together and you know, perfect the facial features a little bit. And obviously this is like 10 minutes of video that sped up really fast. He looked really bad with dark skin. I just wanted to see what he looked like. So then we got to the Bowman Scout Day. The instructor gave us a little bit of a talk, and I got started with my first conversation. There's a lot more conversations now. I had to talk to another prospect. Did you see that display of power? They're just laying them in there. Grip it and rip it, man. Grip it and rip it. And I said, no, I must have missed it. I decided to kind of, you know, do my own thing. I mean, this isn't really my team. This is just Scout Day, so I figured the best thing to do is just be a little independent and, you know, kind of work that out. So in the Scout Day, I had to do some hitting, and as you can see, I missed one of the pitches there. Flash forward a few pitches later, and I was able to have a deep fly ball to left field, but it unfortunately fell in the field. I hit 1 home run, and it was before I actually started the evaluation. It was a practice pitch for me. So, of course, that's what happens. But as you can see, I get a ground ball to the right side there. That would have been a right to a fielder, but at least I hit it well, and then I foul one off. So kind of just a mix of hits. Nothing really crazy happened in that. After the hitting, we had to do fielding, and actually this one was before I started the evaluation. But I ended up having to have a few where I would throw to a base, so I grabbed this one and throw to third. I should have stood back a little bit to get that running start. but the draft stock went up anyway, so I mean, it is what it is. This one I get right on the blue line and catch it and make a throw to third base. That's a good throw, but a little bit offline, so the runner was still able to advance. We had a couple throws to home after that as well. And then we had to talk to the Scouting Bureau representative. Quite a clinic you put on today, Nelson. Wow. And then I decided to, once again, just say thank you. Just trying to not really make too big of a cocky appearance, being that it's just the showcase, and there's not really a need for that kind of thing, in my opinion. So then the game kind of made me talk to one of my teammates. He said, first game of the showcase, time for us to step up and be known. So I could say 4 different things, each of which had to do with a different personality thing. And I obviously didn't want to say the team one, anything about the team. So I kind of just went with the lightning rod. Anything can happen between the foul lines. I can feel a breakout going to happen. Again, I don't really view this as a team. I mean, it is you do want to play smart for the team, but these are guys that, you know, I'm just going to be drafted against, so it's not really going to be, you know, a close-knit team where I'm going to have to raise the motivation of people, really. That's not the point of this showcase, so that's why I end up going with what I went with. But I did like having these new conversations that are in the series, so hopefully I will do more of that in the channel if you guys like having these in the videos. So, top showcase game 1, I'm in the Central U.S. obviously, as I made my guy from Ohio, and we are playing against the West in our first game. You see the manager giving us a bit of a pep talk before, and here I come in, 6'3", 18 years old, and 183 pounds for my first ever at-bat in this showcase. 1-2 count, and I'm just going to hit a fly ball to left field. This one has fairly deep on it, but it gets caught by the left fielder, so 0 for 1. That's kind of unfortunate because I did have a good at-bat, did hit that ball fairly well. Flash forward to the bottom of the second, and I am in the outfield. I have my first chance to make a play, and I come in and make a steady catch in the outfield. Nothing exciting there, but it's good to obviously be able to make a routine catch to start out. So, top of the 4th, I get another chance to bat. I get ahead in the count 1-0 with a runner in scoring position. Pitches right over the middle. I had a really good pitch to hit, and I hit a deep fly ball. This one's way back to the warning track, but unfortunately, it is caught. So, I'm not able to get a home run, not able to drive in the run. Another runner in scoring position in my next at-bat. I work the count full, but then he throws a really good pitch that I had to swing at. It was on the corner, and I missed. So, a strikeout, but honestly, I mean, 3 good at-bats. I had 2 pitches to hit that I hit the deep outfield, and then just the pitcher kind of just threw a perfect pitch on a 3-2 count. So, pretty good at-bats, I would say, despite going 0 for 3. And then I'm able to make a real nice catch here, going on the run and making a catch on the warning track. Let's take another look at that one all the way back to the warning track, and the catch is made. So that's good to show off to the scouts because they like to see fielding ability. We flash forward to the 8th, runners on first and second again, this time 1 out. Still up 1-0, and I line this one to right field off of the first baseman. He's going to try to field it, try to get it to the pitcher, but it's too late. So that's going to be my first hit in the Bowman Scouting Prospect Showcase, whatever it's called. As you can see, he leaped up to grab it. He probably should have had that, but he didn't. But it still scored a single. They did not score an error, which is obviously good. So I am able to get a hit. We flash forward to the 10th. I got another at bat because this game goes into extra innings. 1-2 count, and I'm going to have a bad strikeout there. I kind of just choked on that one, so kind of a bad. That's the first one that's really my fault. We go to the 12th, 1-2 count, and a good changeup by the pitcher causes me to ground into a double play. If I would have just hit that a little bit over, it would have been a base hit up the middle. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. We go to the 15th. 2-2 count here, so 68 pitches for the reliever, and I get frozen on a fastball. So unfortunately, the extra innings did not go very well with 2 strikeouts and a double play. It kind of fell apart, but that's going to be it, guys, for this game. As you can see, bottom of the 15th, we're winning. They got a runner on third, and they're going to hit a walk-off home run. So we end up losing this one. I don't really care about winning these games, though, so, I mean, whatever. I want to thank all you guys for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed. For those of you who have been waiting for this series, I know I've talked about it in my Euro Truck Simulator series. Welcome back to MLB The Show, and for those of you who have not watched any of my other videos and been waiting for this, welcome back to the channel. Good to have you guys back. It's good to be back with MLB The Show. One quick thing to note is that I will have less uploads over the summer this summer because I have an internship out in Alaska. I've talked about that on my other series. So if you wish for more information on that, go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll explain more. But we will be uploading consistently for the first month or so of the series. Then it'll take a little break, then it'll come back. But make sure you guys rate, comment, and subscribe. We're still going to have a great series this year. Still going to have a great road to the show. For now, we will see you next time. In the next episode, we will get drafted. For now, I'm Mr. Affleck 9916. Peace.
For the West.